I just want to say tired is not the word for me right now. And it has nothing to do with this Micah Parsons trade. I'm just tired. Coached the kids today, did a lot of stuff, but I wanted to give you guys my unfiltered thoughts. Just jumped off the Cowboys Collective. Make sure you guys are subscribing to that. It's almost 12 o'clock in DC. And I wanted to wait. There's so much information trickling out. There's so much um, being said. And to me, it's not always about being first. To me, it's just about having good information, being able to formulate good thoughts, and ultimately making sense of a tough situation, right? Like, there's nobody out here right here and now who is happy about the Micah Parsons trade. Let's make that very, very clear. Um, Nobody. But who thought that this team was winning a Super Bowl this year? Because I definitely didn't have that on my bingo card. Like, um, to think that the Cowboys were going to win a Super Bowl this year, not a chance. Does that mean that I thought that they would trade Micah Parsons? Not a chance. So there's a few things that I want to get to, and I want to say this before I get too deep into it. John Machota will be on the channel tomorrow. We're gonna talk just details of it all, how we got here. I don't know if I'm asleep tonight because I'm going to watch a ton of film on Kenny Clark, which heck, I don't even care about getting this demonetized. We can dig into it now because I tell you guys I've already started watching film on Kenny Clark, and I'll be honest, matter of fact, let me show you guys my screen. We could do this. It's all good. We family at the end of the day. Um, as I try to make it make sense, bro, there is no making sense really of trading a, let's be honest, top 10 player, right? Like, there's no making sense. So as you guys can see, I'm doing the work. I'm just tired, right? I'm just tired, but I feel remiss if I didn't give you guys my thoughts on the trade, which is right now, bro, I don't know. Like, the 2 first round picks, I don't know. I will say this: the game that I've watched, because I'm almost done with the Philly game. Kenny Clark is really good, and I'm hearing that he battled a foot injury. So let's kind of get into just who Kenny Clark is, and then we'll circle back to Micah Parsons. But Kenny Clark, went to UCLA, was all conference at UCLA. He was picked 27th overall. So anybody saying, "Oh yeah, you can't pick good players at the back half of the draft," no, the Cowboys just don't draft well there, and they definitely don't draft defensive tackles well there. Here's the note that I love. Okay, he's played at least 13 games every year. All right, at least 13 games in his 9-year career, and not missing a game since week 15 of the 2021 season. Hear me out. He does not miss football games. Kenny Clark plays games. Kenny Clark is solid. Kenny Clark is physical. Kenny Clark is good versus the run, and he's a really good pass rusher. 3 Pro Bowl nods, 417 tackles for loss, 11 playoff appearances. Like, he's done some nice things. And obviously, Jerry Jones, we got a Pro Bowler back, and we got the 2 first-round picks and 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years. I think schematically, it's been said that the front office and the coaching staff signed off on this. That part I have questions about, but I don't know if Shotty did. I will definitely say that Matt Eberflus signed off on this, because this is a defense that needed a Kenny Clark. So everybody who's in on Mozzie, it's time for you to be out on Mozzie. That's over, done, never happening again. I don't even know if Mozzie's going to dress week 1. I don't know how many games Mozzie is going to dress. But the Mozzie experiment done enter one Kenny Clark. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. Kenny and Osa in the middle of your defense in this scheme, man, good luck. Good luck to teams. Now, that being said, you lost Micah Parsons. You lost a player who, I mean, he was an all-pro as a rookie. I mean, he is really good. And there's going to be people who say, you know, Micah Parsons, he has a weakness. It's stopping the run. Sky made a great point. I mean, what player doesn't have a weakness? Kenny Clark has a weakness. Every player along his defensive line has a weakness. That's the point. Like good offensive coordinators, Matt LaFleur, good coaches find players' weaknesses and they exploit them. You know, for me, trading him to the Packers stings because he is going to a team that, you know, if they're good and they get it right and they play with leads and Jordan Love is back, because Jordan Love took a step back last year. But if they get everything right, he elevates that team and that defense and makes them a Super Bowl contender. I won't lie about that. I can't lie to you guys. But, you know, just me, the draft guy who is Foots, man, having 4 first-round picks over the next 2 years, I ain't going to cry about it, y'all. I'm not going to cry about it. One, in life, I was taught it's never as bad as it seems. It's never as good as it seems. It's always somewhere in the middle, right? My thoughts on this team, the way they're constructed, the way they want to play football is the defense was never going to be the reason you win games this year. Just wasn't. I've told you that, guys. I've told you guys that since day one. The Dallas Cowboys defense, breaking news. Let me get my drops ready, y'all, because we're going to talk this talk now. The Cowboys defense was never. Can you guys hear my drops? Let's see. Can y'all hear my air horn? Thumbs up for my air horn. Y'all got my air horn? Thumbs up. Y'all got me? Breaking news. The Cowboys were never. Y'all can hear my air horn? Hold on. I don't like that. What about now? There we go. We back? Oh, somebody said no. I gotta get my drops right. I don't like this. Oh, there we go. Yes, now. Okay, here we go. Somebody give me a round of applause for Foots doing this at 12 o'clock at night. Okay. Now, let me say this. The Dallas Cowboys were never, ever going to win games because of the defense. They just weren't going to do it. You were going to win games because of 88 and George Pickens. Like, that's just what it was going to be. Okay. I don't think that the pressure is on Dak. I don't think that the pressure is on Brian Schottenheimer. I think that the best player on this team, and he showed it this offseason, is CeeDee Lamb. Period. Right? He's the leader that the Cowboys want. And as things start to trickle out, you know, we talked to John Machota tonight, and this is just me speaking. I love Micah Parsons. I remember this fan base saying Micah Parsons wasn't a leader, only to now turn around and say that they're sad that he's leaving. People in this chat box, and thank you, April. Let's get to your super. Thank you, Foots. Thank you, Foots, for not being emotional and processing this logic. No, thank you, April, for growing with me. And listen, man, listen. I'm 1,000% confused, but that's why I didn't just jump on a live. And honestly, I had to do the Cowboys Collective. I mean, even on the Cowboys Collective night, I want to just let it all process. But Kenny Clark is a good football player, guys. Kenny Clark battled through a broken foot. He played defensive tackle through a broken foot. John Machota gave us that information tonight. That's a football player, guys. Everybody said they want to be tougher versus the run. They want to be tougher up the middle. There you go. There you go. Kenny Clark, I don't know why people keep saying he's 30. He'll be 30 in the middle of the season. Kenny Clark is fine. He'll be able to play defensive tackle at a high clip. and at least take on double teams the film that I saw, he'll be able to do that for at least 2 to 3 more years. You have 4 picks. You'll be able to bolster this defense. If you can't, you're idiots. Now, Jerry, people are going to turn this into Jerry versus Micah. There was not a chance. I did not think there was any chance that Jerry Jones would trade Micah Parsons. I didn't think there was any chance. But guess what? Jerry Jones traded Micah Parsons. And almost 400 of you people up like sickos watching this because it's almost 12 o'clock on the East Coast and 11 o'clock in Dallas time. Guess what? You guys aren't going to stop watching the Dallas Cowboys. You aren't. Jerry's a risk taker. He takes risk. Somewhere along the line, this went sour. And I'll be interested to get how and why. I'll say this. I wouldn't pay $47 million for Micah Parsons a year. And the Cowboys were never going to give Micah Parsons $47 million a year. They just weren't going to do it. They just weren't going to do it. The Dallas Cowboys were never going to pay that money for Micah Parsons. So now we get to the soap opera. We get to the back and forth with the agent, who I think is very funny. Mulligetta tweeted tonight. Okay, cool. You know, his agent won. I mean, his client won because he got him the money. Cool. He got him the money. You know, he got him the money. And you know, he's taking a victory lap because that's his job. I can't justify $47 million when Pickens, Bland, and Tyler could be. I agree. He got him the money, right? And I think that for me, we have to look at it. There was a time when Micah said it wasn't about the money. These are facts. Micah said this. Micah says a lot of things. This is one of those things. Again, before I get labeled a hater, before things get clipped up, I want to be clear. Not only do I love Micah Parsons, I think that Micah Parsons easily a top 5 pass rusher in the league, top 3 pass rusher in the league. I ain't gonna do top 5, top 3. He's a study. There's no poking holes in this game. Even if you don't like the run stuff, whatever, you can't poke holes in Micah Parsons' game. It's not fair. It's not true. He is a great player. But the Cowboys weren't paying $47 million a year. And what it sounded like, and this isn't just Jane Slater who has this information, it just sounds like there were some maturity things that the Cowboys weren't comfortable with dealing with. Now, is that fair? No. But one thing I'm learning is you have to take things for what they are, and you got to take things at face value. If Jerry, who signs the checks, didn't feel comfortable with giving Micah this amount of money because of whatever the case may have you, then Jerry wasn't going to give him that amount of money. It's interesting, though, because Jerry has opened his pocketbooks for bozos, literally bozo the clowns, and I don't think that Micah Parsons is that in any way. So why the sudden change of heart? To me, this is a Steven doing. This isn't Jerry. Jerry's the face. I don't pay attention to half the stuff that Jerry. I don't pay attention to half the things that Jerry says. I just don't. To me, this is Steven. This is Steven. To me, y'all may not want to hear this. This is Will. To me, I do think that Shotty had to sign off on this because, like, why nobody wants to. Why would Shotty sign off on trading away literally their best player? Number one, the money, but then number two, we're getting a good. I think he's a great player, honestly, in Kenny Clark, and I'm gonna do a really long film session on his game tomorrow and just how he affects the game and what to expect. But I think there's a lot that goes into it. I think that they looked at the defensive end room and said, Micah Parsons is better than these guys, but these guys are really good. And if we add Kenny Clark to the middle of our defense with the linebacker room that we have, this defense can still be really good. I think that's what happened, guys. I think they also look at this draft coming up. I think they look at the 2027 class coming up with Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams. They look at this year's class with Peter Woods. I don't know if Arch Manning is going to come out, but I mean, you got Caleb Downs. You got guys in this year's class. Now, we don't want to hear that 3 days before the season, but it goes back to my first question. Were the Cowboys a Super Bowl contender? Could they win 10 games, 11 games? I got them at 11 wins. Everybody healthy. Now, is it going to be harder without Micah Parsons? For sure. Like, you can subtract 2 of those and go to 9 wins now because Micah Parsons can just flat out wreck a game. But now, at least you sleep better at night knowing that you can't die the run game death every game because you can throw waves of defensive tackles with Solomon Thomas, Mozzie Smith. Nah, I can't even name Mozzie Smith. Jay Toia, Kenny Clark, Oso Digizua. Like, you now have 4 really good comparable bodies at the defensive tackle room. Now, you don't have that fat plugger, but you have 4 guys who can play Matt Eberflus's scheme at a high clip. I think in Matt Eberflus's mind, he's like, listen, I don't know if and Overshown coming back down at some point, down the pipe at some point. It's tough. You know what I mean? It in my mind, it's still tough to wrap around and say, you know, we traded Micah Parsons. Do you think that Jones do you think that Jones has looked at the contract like Dak, a good player that is the best at the poster, but want more than the best guy? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That I don't know. I don't know. I think that when it comes to comparing Micah and Dak, I think they just think that if there's one thing that I do want to say is I don't think that I really do believe they had issues with Micah Parsons' maturity. Just being honest, guys. Like, everybody's clowning us and laughing. Normally, when stuff like that happens and everybody goes super far left or super far right, it normally goes the opposite. I'm just telling y'all, like, because so many people are going to go, the Cowboys are idiots. Jerry Jones is the dumbest person in the world. He's just stupid. He doesn't know what he's doing. The Cowboys, their season's over. Normally, right, when that happens, my dog acting crazy, y'all. Sorry. Normally, when that happens, things work out for the better. I'm just saying. Sorry, y'all. Now, that being said, I do wish Micah Parsons the best. Like, I don't think there's a person, I don't have ill will in that way to where it's like, man, you don't want Micah to do good. You don't want Micah to play well. Man, when he plays against Dallas, I don't want him to do good. Every other game, I'm going to be hoping. Like, when he plays against the Commanders week 2, I'm going to be hoping that Micah hunts. You know, I don't think the Cowboys are done. They still have cap space. And, guys, we have 4 first-round picks. I know everybody, the Cowboys got fleeced, blah, 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 whatever. Man, I'm looking at Jeremiah Love. I'm looking at Peter Woods. I'm looking at guys in this class. And the beautiful thing about being able to pick twice in the first round is you get 2 contributors that can set your team up for next year, the year after. Like, you can build a dynasty off hitting in the first round. And everybody's going to say, whoa, Foots, they're going to be picking late because we don't know if the Packers going to be great this year. We don't know. Guess what? The Cowboys had 3 12-win seasons. 3 of them. The Dallas Cowboys had 3 12-win seasons. Last year, pumpkins. Drafting 11. What if that's the Packers this year, guys? We don't know. Now, I want to say this. I still feel really good about the Cowboys defensive end room. Maybe that's just me. I don't care. I told you guys about James Houston. He made the team. I told you guys that Marshawn Nealon is taking that jump. He looks the part. Donovan Ezaraku is coming along, and Dante Fowler had 10 sacks last year. Led the Commanders in sacks last year. Led the Commanders in sacks. You add Kenny Clark to that mix. You have a good linebacking core. Cornerback, safety play, I don't know. But I feel really, really good about the defensive end room. I still think it's a good defensive end room. Do I think it's great? Do I think it's, amazing? Which would it would have been with Micah Parsons? No. The defensive end room is not amazing. But you guys wanted a defensive tackle. You guys, the whole world wanted a defensive tackle. One and one. One and one. One and one. And so, was it the right thing to do? I don't know. But I tell you this, come April, which is my time of year, I'm going to be doing backflips, dog. I'm going to be doing backflips. Now, we got to get through the season, but I don't get too high, too low. I don't do that. I look at things for what they are. Dallas was going to give Micah Parsons $41 million a year. $41 million a year. The Dallas Cowboys were going to give Micah Parsons. And if we're being fair, Micah said that he would take less money. Stop me if I'm lying, y'all. Micah said this. You're talking to a guy who defended Micah the day after the world called him a bad leader. People in this chat called him a bad leader after we played the Green Bay Packers. When I sat there and told you Dan Quinn didn't know what he was doing defensively, Micah kept going wide. They didn't have any answer versus the run, which they didn't. They had no answer versus the run versus the Packers. Right? They didn't have an answer versus the run. So guess what? The world said he's not like Luke Kuechly or whatever. He doesn't study. He has bad practice habits, whatever. Now, it's funny how now the world loves Micah Parsons. And they should. He's a great player. But I defended him. I did. Foots defended him. So I don't have a dog in this fight. I love this team. I'm probably crazy, but I ain't switching teams. And if you want to switch teams, leave this live stream. I ain't crying about it for 3 weeks either. If you want to switch teams, go root for the Packers. If I die and we don't see the ring, cool. I'm loyal. I'm stupidly loyal in that way. Is what it is. So I see we got some Packers fans here. Shout out to y'all. Y'all got a great player. I don't cry about it. Is what it is. So Kenny Clark. The interesting thing about Kenny Clark, the defensive tackle room, I think now the defensive line is a more full, complete defensive line. Now, you would have loved to have Kenny Clark and Micah Parsons, right? But Micah told us he didn't want to be. Micah wrote a paragraph, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs, and everybody said and thought it was negotiation. He said, I don't want to play for the Cowboys. Just trade me. What did the Cowboys do? They traded him. Why are we crying now? I don't want to play for the Cowboys no more. Removed all this stuff, all the drama that y'all like. What did he do? He said it. The Cowboys traded him. Now we're crying. Can't have it both ways, guys. Can't have it both ways. Right? So we make sense of it. The Cowboys now have to, and I think they always had to play football this way, but the Cowboys gonna have to score points, and a pass rusher is going to have to emerge. But I don't think that they're punting on the season. I still think that the Cowboys can have a good season. Think the Cowboys can have a great season. Got a super chat here. Let's go to Brandon J. And you guys, man, ask me any questions. I'm up for y'all. I'm tired as crap. But again, times like this, I got to push through, even when it hurts. I'm tired. Like, I'm not going to lie, but you guys deserve these types of conversations, and we'll get deep. No emotion at all, because at the end of the day, guys, y'all don't want to hear this, but man, one person doesn't make a team. Like, there's been times I've been wrong. There's been times when I just don't know. Like, I'll be honest with y'all. I can say right now, I don't know how this is going to turn out. All I can do is try to make it make sense. I don't have an ego in that way. We should have got Josh Jacobs. Thank you, Brandon J, for the super. We should have gotten Josh Jacobs too. I don't think we got enough in this trade. I would have felt better with the for sure fire RB1. Also, can Kenny Clark and Osa play together? Wonder how that would look. Brandon J, these are the questions. Yes, 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 yes. I'll be honest with you. I was thinking Rashawn Gary. I knew they weren't going to give up Josh Jacobs. I would have loved to have Josh Jacobs, but Kenny Clark is not a bad player. I don't know where this thought that he's washed comes from. It's crazy. Defensive tackle play isn't sexy, so it's not sacks. It's not, I don't know. And can Kenny Clark and Osa play together? Brother, they are going to play together a lot. Like, and thank you for the super, though. Thank you for the super, bro. Yes, Brandon, they are going to play together a lot. A lot. And I think that people have this mindset like, if we have the season's over, we have a bad year, you're drafting a quarterback next year. And now you have the ammo to do so. You have a terrible year. I promise you, you are packaging this and rebuilding this team, and now you have the ammo to do so. So now, what would have been a 5-year rebuild can turn to a 2-3-year rebuild, and you're still rebuilding on the end of CD's career. But I don't think the Cowboys are rebuilding. I don't think in their mind they think they're rebuilding. Now, I don't know what they're doing, but Foot's making it make sense. I don't think that they're rebuilding. I don't think the Cowboys are rebuilding. I think that they got better today, and they got the picks to be able to add to the team in the future. Dak is still in the contract for the next how many years? Somebody help me out in the chat. How many years is Dak under contract? Like, there's a world where Dak Prescott could come out here, guys, and throw for 35 touchdowns. You rebuilding with that? There's a world where Dak could come out here, play MVP football. We still rebuilding? Or are you, I don't know, trading up and getting Jordan Tyson, or trading up and getting, like, you're not rebuilding. You're not. Not with Dak. Not with how you drafted. You drafted Tyler Booker for Dak. You brought in George Pickens. Excuse me. You brought in George Pickens for Dak. You did. Kenny Clark doesn't get hurt. He plays football. Plays a lot of football games. Now, again, I would go up and get Caleb Downs. Hey, by the way, my top 50 is coming out tomorrow. Shameless plug. Caleb Downs is number 1 on my board. Caleb Downs is a safety. He'll probably be there when you draft. What if you got Caleb Downs and a defensive tackle? How do you feel about your defense now in a year from now? I'm just saying. So these are the things, right? These are the things. Another thing that I wanted to hit on was I think that the Cowboys just got tired of the back and forth. I think that the Cowboys also looked at it and said, if we let this player get away with this, what message does that send to the rest of the locker room? I'm gonna tell you right now, like it, love it, call Jerry a racist, call Steven whatever you want. They may be all those things. I promise you that locker room says, if I don't sharpen up, I could get shipped next. They just traded their best player. I could get shipped next. What that says is we got a head coach, a front office that's not clowning around. Like it, love it. You guys can get mad at me. Throw potato. I said potato. Potatoes is crazy. Bad joke. Throw tomatoes at the screen. Throw tomatoes at the screen. You don't like Foots. Foots don't know what you're talking about. Hit me with a tomato. It's fine. I don't care. I'm telling you the truth. When you say we'll move on from our best player and we still gonna go play good football, because I'm gonna tell you something. Don't let this team go out there and win. Don't let the Cowboys go out there and win. Let's get to some supers. I love y'all, man. 600 people in here. I said it before. Micah refused to set the edge. I don't know if he refused to set the edge. I think some of that was schematics, but I mean, I'm not gonna bash Micah. Oh, we already went over this one. Hit me with some more supers, y'all. Let's get some questions in here. It's been a great live. You know what? Let's look at what Greg's saying. 6-11. Hey, Greg. Guess what? If it's trending that way, I'll be talking draft by midseason, and you'll be drafting a quarterback. Because if you're 6-11, that means that Dak has fallen off completely. The offensive line wasn't good. CeeDee Lamb was terrible, or CeeDee got hurt. Knock on wood. George Pickens had a meltdown. So yeah, if you're 6-11, we're drafting a quarterback. BG Ramirez 11-6. Man, you go 11-6, and you got these 2 first-round picks. That means your team is trending the right way, and you're getting help on the way. BG, I'm not mad at it. Footsteps. I think, yeah, I know. Hey, Daniel, you know, sometimes when people put in foots, it goes footsteps. Just random. Do you think we make another move? I do. I think that's the part that people are I think that the Cowboys aren't done yet. I don't think that they're done. I think another trade could be in the wings. I think that because think about it. If you have 2 first-round picks, what's giving up a 2 for a piece? What's giving up a 3 for a piece? You have 2 first-round picks. What's giving up? You know what I mean? And you got some salary room to play with. I don't think that they're done, Daniel, and I think that's a really good question. Thank you for that. Let's give Guy some attention. Guy coping. Actually, nah. Hey, Guy, you know what's crazy? Not coping at all, really. Just trying to make it make sense at almost 12 o'clock at night in DC. Trying to make it make sense. Like, the beautiful thing about it is nobody knows. Like, everybody can sit here right now and say, yeah, man, idiots, we're dumb. You go out and you start your first, let's say you go 4-2. Everybody still feel the same way? Still feel like we playing good football, right? Still feel like, so, nah, no coping. Just trying to make it make sense. Thank you, though, Guy. I appreciate you for watching. First, yeah, I feel you on that. I think we can go get someone like Trey Henderson. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, the Bengals just paid him, so I don't know if you're going to get Trey Hendrickson. But, I mean, I don't think that it's out of the realm possibility. Maybe a running back, maybe I don't know. There you go. What if we go 0-5? I just told you. It's the same thing as if we go 6. If you go 0-5, you know now that Dak Prescott is not the answer. Which 805 Cowboys, I just don't have that happening. Like, do the Bengals have a player the level of Micah Parsons? They don't. The Bengals were in games because of their offense. CeeDee Lamb is comparable to I was about to say Justin Jefferson. They both played it. CeeDee Lamb is comfortable to Jamar Chase. Pickens, I was talking to a Steelers fan today in the gym, and bro, he said one of the realest things. He said, bro, I don't think Cowboys fans really understand just how good George Pickens is. And you got a really good piece on the D line. So I don't subscribe to this. The season is over stuff. But again, hey, 805. If the Cowboys go 0-5, like the Dallas Cowboys go 0-5, you're drafting a quarterback. Cool. We got to suffer, but you're probably getting Arch Manning. Micah ranks 77th at his position against the run. I'm good. No more pouting. 13-win scrimmage. 13-win season line of scrimmage. I think he's saying win a line of scrimmage. I don't know about 13 wins, Juan, but I also don't think the season's over. I'm not going to cry about it at all. Just not. I feel bad for Micah because the star used to matter for life. He let his agent get, and you know what, Jamal, let's talk about that right there. And I really don't do, you know what? I don't know if Arch is coming out this year. He probably won't. The Mannings are historically known for staying patient. So you guys are probably right about that. But Jamal, and thank you for the $10 super, Jamal. That is awesome. Thank you for you, bro. All right. So this is, this to me is the one right here. You cannot tell me that Micah Parsons wasn't ready to sign the deal and to be a Dallas Cowboy. I 100% think that David Mulligetta got the money for himself and for Micah so he can be paid, because, however, I don't know if it's commission, whatever the case may have. Cool. But at the end of the day, Micah in his mind, my young self used to say this all the time. I mean, not my young self, but my older self would tell my younger self, think for yourself. Think for yourself. I believe that in today's world of being an athlete, what do you really need an agent for? I would probably hire a lawyer before I hired an agent. Lamar Jackson's mom represents him. He was the highest paid quarterback at whenever his deal dropped, whatever the case may have. So I'm like, Dave Mulligetta, he got this press, he got his player to deal, but Dave Mulligetta also got Deshaun Watson to deal. So and Mike is not going to be Deshaun Watson. He's going to play way better than that. But I mean, I hate to say it like this, but this is now Green Bay's problem. It is. And I don't think that the Joneses were being cheap or anything, because the Joneses would have paid Micah, and not only would they have paid him, I think that they would have extended him again if he continued to play well. But you're now hearing things about the leadership. You're hearing things about the locker room. You're hearing things about meetings. I don't believe any of that crap. I don't want to do that stuff. But, David Mulligetta got his guy the deal. I'll just say this. Hindsight 2020, everything isn't always what it seems. So every favorite, everybody the Packers are now going to win the Super Bowl. Okay, we'll see. Things are never always what they seem. I do know for a fact, and I have a very strong source on this, that the agent got in Micah's head, for lack of better words. No, step away. No, don't practice. No, go get a second, whatever, on your back. Cool. But now what precedent? You guys got to understand. This now, you have a player and you're trying to build a new regime. But Micah's doing whatever he wants to do. What does it say to the rest of the team? What does it say to the rest of those players? You ain't gonna discipline Micah? He ain't practicing. He faking her. What? And I get it. Micah is Micah. But at a point, y'all, enough is enough. I'm not letting no, because at the end of the day, I don't want to hang on to the low hanging fruit of you didn't win with Micah. I just think, man, start fresh with fresh mindsets. If you don't want to be here, if you said you didn't want to be here, which Micah Parsons, he says a lot, but he tweeted and wrote he did not want to be in Dallas. Well, you're not in Dallas anymore. That's what it is. It's not about whether I like Micah. It's not about whether you like Micah. He said he didn't want to be in Dallas. He's not in Dallas anymore. Micah Parsons said he didn't want to be in Dallas anymore. He's not in Dallas anymore. That's not for people on Twitter to speculate. That's what it is. Stop me when I'm wrong, y'all. Micah Parsons said he was going to play and make sure everybody could get paid. Stop me when I'm wrong. This is coming from somebody who loves Micah Parsons. I want to get that very clear. I love Micah Parsons. I love him. Agent had Jalen Ramsey do the same shenanigans in Jacksonville. Yeah, see, you guys know for me, it's all football with me. So I don't really get into all of that. I don't. I mean, I'm gonna give you guys a sneak peek of some of my board, but I don't get into the whole, this, that, and the third. But I do know, and I promise you this. The agent works for the player. That's all I'm gonna say. You work for me. If I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. Right? And ultimately, Micah didn't want to be in Dallas. So Micah's no longer in Dallas. And, I'm happy for him. I want him to be successful. Like, the truth of the matter is, bro, Micah's one of the best players I've ever seen, ever in life, bro. Like, Micah Parsons is easily one of the best players I've ever seen in life. But at the end of the day, bro, life goes on. And after today, I'm going to be talking about Kenny Clark. I'm going to probably do an hour film session on Kenny Clark and what he brings to this team. Is it Micah Parsons? Absolutely not. We ain't going to do that. But it's worth talking about. Let's get to a few supers, guys. And I thank you guys for staying up. I thank you guys for these supers, man. It means the world to me because I'm tired. The pod loses value. The overall luster isn't the same when you don't rock the star. He played himself. Later on the table, we move on. I won't say that, Jamal, but I get what you're saying. And I'm just a natural, Sky was teasing me tonight, and it's true. I'm just a natural positive guy. Even when I'm dying, I'll probably be like, man, Lord, just keep me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't move me in that way. This ain't life or death for me. Life or death is people who don't have food at night. This ain't life or death for me. Life or death for me is, I've coached kids without taking them home. They literally had nothing to eat. Those are the people that get me worried at night. This is football. These guys are millionaires. So I'm not going to cry over a millionaire making $6, $7, $8 million less dollars. Great, but you're making us to play a game you love? Nah. So, but, Jamal, yeah, I mean, I wish Micah luck, bro. One of my favorite players. I wish him luck. Like, I don't have no ill will, but I'm also, that's my team. Like, this right here. I ain't doing that switcheroo. It ain't no burn it. That's what I was born into, bro. It is what it is, bro. I'm probably a fool, but, I've been able to, feed my family and make money by talking to you guys. And so I ain't, switch up in my blood. Don't do deals with guys with character issues. Thank you for the $1 LT. So the Cowboys were ranked 28th in defense last year. You just lost your best defensive player and got a DT to help with the run. What are you guys expecting this year? I don't get Cowboys fans. Yeah, and I mean, will the defense be better? I think it'll be. I think Micah would have helped your defense be better, Drew. But I also think that Kenny Clark helps your defense. Believe it or not, bro, he helps your defense in more ways than one. And with the speed you have at linebacker, with how you've kind of rebuilt the linebacker room, and with the defensive ends that you do have on this roster, and you expect them to take that jump, I think that this will be an opportunistic defense. You were never going to win because of your defense. So that's just facts. This team was never going to win because of their defense. I'm just curious to find out what the national media Micah has to say if him going to Green Bay doesn't give them a Super Bowl in the next 4 years. No one gonna, and that's the thing right there, Chris. Will they win? I don't know. I thought the Cowboys would have signed Micah Parsons, so I don't know. But their window is now, and like somebody said, hey man, Detroit in that division, they got some teams in that division, man. Minnesota in that division. So yeah. Is there anybody on here who likes the trade? Is there anybody who's not upset? Because I want to talk to you all. And I want you guys to kind of sell me on why you like the trade. And then I'll let you guys go. Another thing is this. Next year's draft, guys, I mean, if you need a tackle, Caden Proctor is really good. Keldrick Falk, he ain't Micah, right? More of that long 260, 270 defensive end, good versus the run, but also has the ability to get upfield. I told y'all Jeremiah Love is a stud. TJ Parker, really good edge. None of these guys are Micah Parsons, but these guys can help. Let's say you're moving on from Diggs. You want to get Jamal McCoy, Jordan Tyson, if Pickens does it. So you can get guys in here, and this class is going to be really, really good. I told you guys my number one player is Caleb Downs, but I also love Peter Woods. Let's say you want to make D tackle a stupid strength. Go get Peter Woods. Sorry about that, y'all. You guys got me? Had a little glitch there. Give me thumbs up if you can see me. Okay, cool. So ultimately, guys, I mean, again, I'm not happy about it, but I'm not gonna cry about it. And I do believe that there's light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, like life lesson, y'all. Sometimes things got to get worse before they get better, and I don't even know if they got worse. I mean, I tell you what this does tell you. They don't believe in Mozzie Smith. That's for sure. And I don't either. So the fact that I don't got to see him playing meaningful reps anymore. Love you, Mozzie. Rooted for you. Wish you the best, but I mean, I didn't want to see Mozzie Smith playing football. So I'm not crying about that. I'm not. But I also say this, y'all. I'm gonna really show y'all some clips. Kenny Clark is not a bad football player. You guys are going to be surprised that Kenny Clark has a bag, y'all. Like, he can rush the passer and play the run. He's not Micah Parsons. You know, I would say he's probably a top 15 defensive tackle, but that's what was neat. Like, we don't have that on this team. We had guys who got pushed around. We don't have that. And he's healthy. And he's a great character guy. Like, there are there are Packers fans who swear by this guy. And honestly, smart Packers fans are saying this doesn't really make the most sense because losing Clark is like we're just really strong on the edge, but up the middle, we're not great. And I think that the Cowboys have now a complete defensive line. It's not a great one because losing Mike, you would have loved to have Micah and Kenny Clark, but losing Micah doesn't make you a great defensive line. I won't sit here and lie to you guys, but I don't think that Kenny Clark is really good. I'm going to say this again. Kenny Clark is really, really good. Really good. Let's play some music, y'all. Some of my new music, unreleased. I got 600 people in here. I'm gonna use this moment to play y'all some tunes. I'm sorry. Can y'all hear that? It's a battle every day. I'll fight until the end. Gonna love you in every way. Make it out the storm again. At the end of the day, y'all, the day gonna end. I promise you, I'm not gonna stress. I promise you, I'm not going to overreact. Cowboys will be fine. Now it's, we can be real about it. Like, I'm not happy, right? I'm not happy at all. But I ain't stressed either. We too blessed to be stressed. What y'all think about the music? I know Cowboys fans don't want to talk about the music right now, but hopefully the music can help you. Hey, thank you, man. Listen, we ain't about to sit here and cry all night. We don't do that. Thank you, man. Cabo saying, who is this? That's me, man. That's my music. If you guys are on Apple, go check it out. But this was unreleased. This is called Summer Rain. We're actually dropping a project, and it's called Summer Rain. So check. That's me and my man Coles. But we got projects on Apple Music. Go let it rock, man. Let's get to a few of these supers, and I'll let y'all go. I'm just having fun, y'all. If I'm gonna be tired, I might as well be tired talking to y'all. I love you guys. I'm cool with the trade. I truly just want to get back to football. Once Micah was posturing to get evidence for his back just to gain leverage he didn't have. Hey, Corey, thank you for the $20. Much love to you. I'm not mad at Micah for wanting to get paid. I want to make that very, very clear. I'm not mad at Micah for wanting to get paid at all, right? I'm not. But we start getting to this stuff. You didn't practice all off season. You said you would, and you didn't. Like, it's just a bunch of waffling. And Shotty's gonna have to talk about it, and he's gonna have to talk through it, and he's gonna have to stay. Like he gonna have to be what I'm on. Like, bro, you're gonna have to keep these guys up because there's gonna be players in that locker room who have questions. There are. And that's what you got to do as a head coach. So, really good question right there. And Wolf's statement. And thank you for the super dollar. The super dollar. The $20 super. I see folks on X saying, now go get Zesty. Oh, my God. I didn't get to this one. Sorry, April. Let's get to April Showers, guys. She asked a really good one. What's the front seven? So I'm going to wait and see. Malachi, I don't know exactly what the front seven will be. Let's get to April's tweet. She has a really good one. How can Flus use the other D? So I'm going to tell you, he's going to use Dominez Araku in that way, in that Micah Parsons way. The difference is he'll have Dante Fowler to kind of supplement and just do edge things. You need to find another run-stopping defensive end, but I think that'll be Solomon Thomas, and you'll play with – it's going to be a lot of mixing and matching. Let me just say that. But Marshawn Neal is going to start. He deserves to start. James Houston will get after the quarterback. Don Razaraco will get after the quarterback. Dante Fowler get after the quarterback. You also have really good blitzers on this team. Maris Lewis-Fowl. I think Maris needs to take a jump. I think that Jack Sanborn can do some nice things. So you have players on this team that are going to play good football. It's just more so about, can they pick the scheme up right now, and can they take that jump right now? But you have players on this team who are gonna play good football, and that's a really good question, April. Really good question. I think that's it. Yeah, I mean, Paul, that was an amazing question. Something I just saw that was really interesting. With Jordan Love and the Micah Parsons contracts, the Packers will be in serious cap trouble for the foreseeable future. Also, no first-round picks until 2028. The Packers better win now. The Packers better win now. Let me read that again. With Jordan Love and Micah Parsons contracts, they're looking very top-heavy. The Packers will be in serious cap trouble for the foreseeable future. No first-round picks. They better win now. I'm just saying. And I think that's true. And I think that's real. So, that being said, y'all, I'm going to play Presque Vu. It's like Deja Vu, but it's called Presque Vu. This is actually, let me play something off a project that's already out. I know you guys are mad, but can you guys at least go stream my music? I mean, I know we're mad right now, but golly. Let me play something that's already out, and I'll let y'all ride out, man. Don't stress, guys. Don't stress. I did this live. This is the non-stress live. Tomorrow we will have John Machota on breaking everything down. You guys tap in with me. This project is out. It's called Lemon Water. Apple, Spotify. Go show me love. I will really appreciate that. This one is called Vitamin C. No stress.
You wake up in the morning.
Love you guys, man.
Maybe take you a nice jog. Make a smoothie. Little orange juice, some muff.
Vitamin C. Is it good for you? That is good for me. Through and through. In the morning.
This team is gonna be fine. I promise you.
Is it good for me? Then it's good for
team is
you.
going to be fine.
The weather never changes. Is it good for me?
Get you some vitamin C in the morning.
Let's go jogging outside in the warm sunlight. Start the morning off right.
Shout out to you, Keys. Love you, man. That means the world to me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's tough making music, doing live streams, doing the whole
It's
night.
good for you. Then it's good for me.
But the fact that you really support, man, it means the world to me, bro.
With your orange juice.
Is it good for me? Then it's good for you.
Lemon is a citrus fruit. It is rich in vitamin C, the primary antioxidant that helps protect our cells from the damaging effects of free radicals synthesized by our immune system. More than that, vitamin C also is an important ally in preventing infection.
Lemon is a citrus fruit, and as
No stress, y'all. Uncharted waters for sure, but no stress. Don't stress, y'all. Let's leave y'all with something new. I'm going to leave y'all with a new one right here. Let's leave y'all with some unreleased music, man. Let's leave y'all with some unreleased music. Unreleased music.
Who's that at the door? I've seen you before. You look so familiar. Know that melody too soon to dead in my mind. You're somewhere in my dreams, I'm losing it. stable. It's on the tip of my tongue like a melody in a song. Press stable. I think I know you. Somewhere in the back of my mind, like a melody at a time. Press stable. I think I know you.
Oh, also, man, I might have a ticket for sale to the Philly game if anybody's interested. If you're interested, hit my Gmail. Really good seats, and I'm willing to go down on it. Email me. I'm glad y'all like the music as well.
I cried. This love is out of sight and mind.
Play y'all one more. We ain't doing nothing. All I'm about to do is watch film till I fall asleep. Play y'all one more. Hey, that's fire. Cowboys fire ring. Appreciate you.
Couldn't stop the feelings. Think you know
All right, guys. I love you all. It's been an hour. I hope you guys like Blueberry Love. That's the name of that record. I appreciate you guys, man. We'll be back tomorrow. Peace.